office. Impact in T-100.
Roger, Atlas Control. This is 1134. Check for green.
1134, all systems green. Arc launch protocol initiated. Cryogenic preparation commencing. Initiate nanotrite injection.
Check. Cryogenic life support systems online. Subterranean launch injectors ready. 97% nominal.
All arcs secure. Initiate burial sequence.
1134, check. Targets confirmed. Diagnostic audits complete. And ARC personnel entering stasis. This is 1134, signing off.
Understood, 1134. Go for burial. This is Atlas Control, signing off. May we live to see another day.
External disturbance detected. Cryogenic chambers compromised. Chamber Omega-5 online. Initiating emergency nanotrite activation. 3, 2, 1. Nanotrite sequencer online. Release cryogenic chamber seals. Internal arc temperature nominal. Rebooting internal data systems. All nanotrite bio-augmentation systems fully deployed. Nanotrites active. Current position unknown. Remote location beacon offline. Running full diagnostic tests. Arc external pressure seals fully released. Safe egress is now confirmed. Outer door lock disengaged. Initiate pre-recorded media playback.
This is President A.
You! Over here!
It ain't safe here. Get in. I know you got questions, but we gotta get moving. got bandits all over these hills. We best get going.
I'm Dan Hager, and you are one lucky son of a bitch. You know, Ark survivors are worth a lot of money to whoever hands them over to the Authority. But you don't even know the Authority yet. Well, I guess you don't know anything about any of this. Welcome to the future. Hold on. Got bandits. Damn shame you're still wearing that Ark suit. It's a dead giveaway. Pretty much their world out here. Probably looking for their buddies. Damn. Now we both got a problem. We need to get to my place. Once they see what I've done, they'll be coming for blood. And for you. I've got a plan that might get us both out of this mess. Here we are. Home sweet home. We need to talk. Get out of the buggy. Come on, this way. You know, I put a lot at risk to save you. Not just my life, but the lives of everyone here. I survived this long by staying out of trouble. Saving you may have changed all that. So here's what I need you to do. Head to where those bandits live and wipe them out, plain and simple. No one walks out alive. Except you. You can use one of my ATVs in the garage, and that pistol, and the supplies on the table. Oh, and you won't just get my thanks. Come back alive and I'll dig up some armor that'll fit over that Ark suit you're wearing. We got a deal? One more thing. Those bandits shouldn't be too hard to take down. Not for you. I hear there's something special about you Ark people.
You, go get him! Leave him to... There he is! Slice you up! Over there! Well, well. Look at what Hagar sent to us. How dare you think you can walk into our house? Take him to the kill room. Ah, you're awake. Good. I like my prey to know what's coming. I promise this will hurt. I need something to fight. Who's that? There he is! Your blood is over there! There he is! Oh, that's a real bad. He's over there! There he is! Over there! Where are the others? He's over there! Grenade! Over there! I'm on my ass! Crap! He's a shifty one.
Good work. We're all a little safer because of that. You got our thanks and that suit of armor I promised. But as you can see, we got other trouble. Listen, the settlement was attacked while you were gone. Bunch of bandits we've never seen before. They didn't take anything, they just came for the kill. We have some good people hurt, and we're running low on medical supplies. I'm gonna need your help again. Just past the hill across the way, you'll find another settlement. They tend to stick to themselves, but they're friends, and they have what we need. Just give this letter to Richter. He'll know what to do. If you help me again, I'll make sure. Thank you. And before you go, make sure you got everything you need. Ammo, wing sticks. If not, see Halleck. He's right under the old sign out front.
Let me guess. You want to know how to throw a wing stick. Ain't easy, friend.
Welcome, stranger. Name's Halleck, and it's a pleasure meeting you. I run this little shop. Got enough supplies here to keep you alive and fighting. Best stuff in the wasteland. Oh, and if you find something of value and you don't need it, bring it here. I pay nicely for quality goods. Care to browse my selections? I might have something you need. Hope to see you again soon. Hey, buddy. Come to look over the goods? What you looking for? Hope to do business with you again.
Please, hurry back with those supplies. If we are raided again, we will sure...
looking for Richter? He's up there.
You need something, stranger? Well, Dan's run into some trouble again, I see. Well, Janice is going to need to see this list. Go on. She's just up there. You're the note, but when you're done, come back here. I may have something that'll interest you.
You must be one of Dan's new boys. Let me see what you need. Some of these things I'll need to track down. But you know the way it works here. We help you, you help us, right? A member of our group, Juno, went missing a few days back, and I'm getting real worried about him. So while I gather your supplies, how about you go look for him? If you find any trace of him, I'll reward you with my own recipe for making healing band. Good luck, and I pray that he's safe.
Couldn't help but notice, stranger, that gun you're carrying isn't much anything. Could set you up with some real firepower. Help us out here, and I'll give you a real weapon. Our radio tower up on the hill stopped working. We need someone to fix it. Yeah, probably just out of alignment. Good luck. This should be an easy job.
All's quiet over here. Over there! There he is!
You made it back. Go talk to Richter. He's waiting for you.
Hey, you. Looking for some... With Juno gone, I can't leave my post. But we need to warn the nearby settlements that we've got muties in the area. Can you help me out with this? Excellent. Now, take this firework cluster and shoot it off on the ridge. I've got a launcher there. It isn't hard to find.
No, not bad, stranger. Didn't know about the mutants. We usually don't get them this far out. You did good, though. See Janice. She's waiting to hear what you found.
Juno's dead? I knew something was wrong, but I had hoped he would show up. This world takes so many good people. But thank you for looking, and here is what you need, as well as the plans to make your own healing bandages. Just look for the things listed and put them together. They will help you whenever you are hurt. Thank you again, and good luck.
Some advice before you go. These hills are crawling with bandit tribes. They mostly fight each other, but if they find you in their turf, they'll kill you first, then figure out if you're friendly or not. You watch yourself. You better get those supplies back to Dan. He wouldn't have sent you here if it wasn't important.
Be safe, stranger.
Good work. I'm starting to think I made a good decision by saving you. You truly are someone we can trust, and I am in your debt. Now go talk with DR about that buggy. Look for him in the garage. Get that buggy fixed up and come back and see me. I've got some things for you.
We needed those supplies, thank you. Life in the settlements has never been easy, but Dan keeps us together. His instincts about who to trust have always been right.
Hey, buddy. Dan said you were taking that old buggy off my hands. Truth is, not a bad vehicle, but, see, it needs work and parts. The work I can do, but the parts you're gonna need to get. Johan, back at the Outrigger settlement? Okay, see you back here when you get the parts.
Welcome, friend.
Saw the fireworks from here. Great job. And here's what I promised you.
The old sewers around the wasteland are filled with valuable things. Could be a gold mine for someone brave enough to face what's down there. You ever find yourself in one, watch your back.
So, DR needs some parts for that old buggy. Man, he should just junk it. Now, I'd like to give the parts to you, but I'm afraid I have a small problem. Afraid bandits raided my garage not too long ago and ran off with most of my spare parts. You're gonna need to go down to their hideout near the old dam and find what you need. Think you can handle this? Could get it won't be easy taking on the bandits on their own turf. Here, take some fat boys for your pistol. That ammo kicks some real butt. And in case you run into any locked doors, take these plans to build a lock grinder. They do exactly as their name says. Good luck.
This whole area has been getting more and more dangerous. Bandits and mutants moving in closer. Stay sharp in those ruins out there.
What's on the car?
Those sentinel regs got no one in them.
I don't trust the boss with that gun. He's out of his tree. Who's this white gun? Get him! Oh! Don't let him get past! Okay! Where's that bloody... Over there! I'll get you! Someone move out! There he is! Over there! Hey, over there! Send in the others! Pull back! I'm heading back! There he is! Over there! I'm out of here! Let's get up there! Taking cover! Oh, there he is! Right, over there! Over there! Frog it! Oh! Someone get up there! Alright! There he is! Right, over there! Move up! Okay, moving! I'm gonna smash your face in! There he is! Oh! Tossinated the fucker! this! Oh, bollocks! Move back! Don't let him pass! Okay! Send to the others! Fuck this! He's too low! Over there! Come here, you bastard! You're mine! Over there! Ass here! Did you catch that episode of Bash TV last night? Fuck yeah! Bleeding wanker! I'll get you! Everyone get back! Pull it back! Over there! you fucker! Take this, you bastard! We're losing this! There it is! Have some of this! Oh! Oh, yeah! You don't belong here!
You're not thinking about going down into that sewer, are you? Those sewers are dangerous, you hear me? Dangerous! Got mutants down there hoarding everything they can find. I hear it's good stuff, too. Stuff taken from people they kill. Listen, don't you go trekking around down there without some serious firepower. God only knows what might be waiting for you.
Those parts should do the trick. Okay, the buggy will be ready soon, but there are a couple things you have to know before you take that thing out for a ride. Remember, the wasteland is a dangerous place. Give me a call if you ever smash your vehicle. Also, if you need any repairs, just drive back to the garage and I'll fix her up. Okay, let me get these parts installed and you'll be all set. Go ahead and grab that radio on the counter there. You're ready to go. Take it out for a spin, but remember, call me if you need a tow. Alrighty then, go ahead and get in it.
How do you like that buggy? It isn't much now, but you put some guns on it and you'll be able to go up against just about anything. Now, you ready for some more work? Some bandits have taken control of the checkpoint at the canyon entrance, trying to cut us off from the big town to the east. And we can't let that happen. I need you to use your special talents for a demolition job. You think you can do this for me? Excellent. Here are some explosive charges. Just place them on the gate and run. Good luck.
I buy and sell everything that you need in these parts. I might have something you need. See you soon.
Drive carefully. Those parts should do the trick. Okay, the buggy will be ready soon, but there are a couple things you have to know before you take that thing out for a ride. Remember, the wasteland is a dangerous place. Give me a call if you ever smash your vehicle up and can't drive it. I'll give you a lift back here. And also, if you need any repairs, just drive back to the garage and I'll fix her up. Okay, let me get these parts installed and you'll be all set. Go ahead and grab that radio on the counter there. You ready to go? Take it out for a spin, but remember, call me if you need a tow. Alrighty then, go ahead and get in it.
How do you like that buggy? It isn't much now, but you put some guns on it and you'll be able to go up against just about anything. Now, you ready for some more work? Some bandits have taken control of the checkpoint at the canyon entrance, trying to cut us off from the big town to the east. And we can't let that happen. I need you to use your special talents for a demolition job. You think you can do this for me? Excellent. Here are some explosive charges. Just place them on the gate and run. Good luck.
Hey, pal. Care to browse my goods? I might have something you need. Hope to see you again soon.
Drive carefully.
We're losing this!
Hey, partner. You're looking good out there. Here to test your skills on a course? Come back and see me if you dare. Out.
I've put together my own little time trial race. You want to give it a go? Nothing too challenging. It's just a little course that I race on. Tell you what, Beat my time, friend, and I'll give you a nice little boost upgrade for your buggy. You want to give it a shot? Good luck.
Okay, you just got to race down to the flag and back. Just look on your... You all set? You beat my time and the boost upgrade is yours.
Well, I am impressed. You are, as we say, a natural behind the wheel. And wait till you feel the boost kick in on that old buggy.
Great work. You know, you being here has made this area a lot safer for me and my family. We are in your debt. So now that we can travel safely, it looks like our time together may be coming to an end. I'd like to keep you here. A guy like you is valuable in a place like this, but you're just going to attract too much attention, and that'll bring in the authority. But there is one more thing I need you to do. Mayor Clayton runs the town of Wellspring to the east, and I've got to get a message to him. And you're the only one that can do it. Our supplies are getting low, and the mayor's promised help. We need to get restocked before the bandits cut us off again. Can you make the trip? I knew I could count on you. Remember, you ain't got any guns on that buggy of yours. You run across any bandits, you get away as quickly as possible and get to town. It'll be safer there.
Remember, that buggy isn't on. Get to town as fast as you can.
Hold up there, stranger. You got business here? You need to see Mayor Clayton? Wait a sec. I'll tell him you're here. Don't you move. Hello, sir. Got a man here to see you. Looks like Dan sent him.
Interesting. Send him to me right away.
The mayor can see you now, but hold on. We got a few rules here in Wellspring. You see, people don't exactly take to strangers here. Just you keep your head down and mouth shut, and you'll do just fine. Folks here are mighty suspicious. They aren't gonna just trust you, at first. My advice? Best keep to yourself, okay? To get to the mayor's office, just cross the courtyard once you're in town. Can't miss it.
Welcome to Wellspring, stranger. Best little town this side of what passes for civilization and a few good safe miles from any authority outposts. Nicest people you'll ever find live right here. Friendly folk. Not your wasteland bandit scum. Good honest people. Well, enough with all that. So I hear you have a message from our friend Dan. Let's have it then. Having some trouble with bandits in the settlement again. Dangerous life out there. Deadly even. Well, I can get all this stuff he needs. Gonna take some time, though. Not sure how long. He must really respect you to give you this important job. So for now, I'll trust you too. You can stay here in Wellspring while I'll get his supplies, but not dressed like that. You'll bring the authorities sniffing around, and I sure don't need that. So, you'll need to lose the Ark suit for something a bit more modern. Go see the vendor in town. Get some new clothes. I don't care what you do with that suit, as long as no one sees you in it again. You blend in. Understand? Good. Glad we understand each other. When you come back, we can have another little chat.
Citizens of Wellspring. As your mayor, it is my responsibility to ensure commerce and trade flow freely in town. Unfortunately, there have been reports of price gouging, hoarding, and unfair business practices. The character of this town is its people, and we must all work together.
Will you look at how you're dressed? I haven't seen anyone wearing an Ark suit for a long time. Dangerous thing you're doing there. Be careful. Authority spots you and you'll be hauled away in a flash. You best keep as low a profile as you can around here. Don't let people know you're from the past. Rewards are large for turning one of you in. But lucky for you, I hate the authority more than I need money.
A man from the past walks through my door. Goes to show you that no one needs nothing around here. But let's first talk about that suit you're wearing. I can take it off your hands for a fair trade and get you something a little less, well, noticeable. Each of the suits possesses unique characteristics. It's up to you to decide what works best for you. Oh, the roughneck. Very good indeed. Remember, I buy and sell all manner of goods here.
Attention, good people of Wellspring. It is my pleasure to announce a recent trade agreement with the town of Gunbarrel in the Southern Territory. Great benefit to all of us.
That's much better. Now you look like any other good, hard-working citizen. But we got another problem. You see, you can't just leave your vehicles parked outside my town. We're civilized here. We have rules. And since it looks like you're gonna be here a while, you're gonna need a place to park your stuff. Go see Mick across the way in the garage. He can help you. Got that? After you talk to Mick, go see Sheriff Black. He should have Dan's supplies all set by then. You're gonna like our sheriff.
Well, well, well. How'd it do to you? And what can Mick do for you? Oh, a garage? Well, you've come to the right place. So here's the deal, fairest in the wasteland. You let me do all the repairs on your vehicles, and guess what? That covers the rent for the space. What a deal! And I see you got one of them shortwave radios. Mighty handy here, mighty handy indeed. So if you get into a jam and need a tow, why, just get on the radio and give me a blast. How's that for service? That door there will get you into your garage. Or just drive up to the main gate outside and I'll let you in. Couldn't be any easier. And lastly, welcome to town.
As you are well aware, there have been increased reports of pickpocketing and petty thievery in our streets. This will not be tolerated. If you are caught breaking any laws in this town, you will be promptly dealt with and may face expulsion. Remember that we all must work hard
Damn
to
water
keep this
spout is
town
running.
safe. Criminals
Jackpots is
of any
closed.
kind
Authority.
will not be tolerated. Thank you for your attention.
We've always got space for new racers.
You new in town? Oh, I got it.
Let me guess, you're the stranger that Clayton says is taking some stuff to Dan's place. I'm afraid it isn't gonna happen quite so easily as that. No way I'm sending all these supplies with you in an unarmed buggy. Might as well dump the damn stuff on the road. What you gotta do here is see Rusty by the track entrance. He can get you all set up with some guns. You got it? Get some firepower. Then you can come back and take the supplies to Dan.
Sheriff Black has received disturbing reports of mutant sightings in the Western Territories. As you all know, mutants are very dangerous.
Now listen, I only take racing certificates for any upgrades or parts, and you gotta win those on the racetrack, nothing else. So if you want to deal with me, you best see Jackie Weeks first. He's always on the lookout for new racers.
Hey, my friend. I must say, you do look like a racer if ever I saw one. Why not try your luck on the track and earn some racing certificates? Trust me, they can be mighty useful. Greetings. Name's Jackie Weeks, and I'm the impresario who runs all the high-speed races in Wellspring. And I do mean all. If you're interested in testing your skill, you can go talk to my business associate over there, Slim. He can get you all set up to race. And do come back if you feel the need for some speed. Racing is the one thing people still got that's entertaining. You win some races and people around town will look mighty favorable towards you.
Greetings, stranger. You look like a racer to me. Hey, you ready to try and win some racing certificates? Welcome, friend. Name's Carl, but seems like everyone calls me Slim. Funny, huh? Alright, the deal is, if you want to race, you talk to me. Now just take a look at all the events we have here, find something you like, and assuming you meet the requirements, then you're in. All the prizes aren't racing certificates, you know. Good to get new vehicle upgrades at Rusty's. Well, everyone needs those. Check out what races are available. Drive safe.
Welcome, race fans, to another exciting Dusty 8 event. Welcome, race fans, to the Dusty 8 time trial.
Interested in winning some racing certificates? Good luck.
Welcome, fans. We've got another great race for you today.
parts for sale here. Care to browse my selections? See you soon. What you looking for? Drive like you mean it, friend.
Please use the clearly marked trash barrels for all your disposal needs, or you will be held in line. Remember, working together...
Good job. Those guns should keep you safe. Enough. Go ahead and grab the supplies now and just blow anyone away that tries to stop you.
Didn't the authorities say it had stabilized the cost of water?
Hey, fella.
Some new technology?
Looking for work? Well, let me give you some advice. Your reputation is everything here. If people don't know you, they don't like you. And you gotta earn their respect. Best way to do that is by making the road safer. Simply stated, destroying bandits. Makes people like you and brings business into my little bar. So I'll make a deal with you. Every bandit car you destroy in the wasteland, I'll reward you. A little. I'll make money. You make money. We got a deal? Excellent. I think you're learning how things work around here.
Well, if it isn't...
petty thievery in our streets. This will not be tolerated. If you are caught breaking any laws in this town, you may face expulsion. Remember that we all must work hard to keep this...
Well, good to see you again, friend. Almost gave you up for lost. And I see you ditched that ARC suit. Why, you could almost pass as one of us. Did old Clayton come through? I know you took some chances getting these back to me, but these supplies will really help my people. I always pay back any favors. So I want you to have my pride and joy. The Desert Striker crossbow. Not your typical bow. It has twice the punch, and no one will hear you use it. Go ahead and grab the crossbow. Now for the bad news. We've seen some authority patrols not far from here. They must have heard there's an ARC survivor somewhere. You best get back to Wellspring until things quiet down. And good luck, my friend. You were mighty helpful for me and my people. And it'd sure be nice having someone like you around here, but I can't take the risk of starting trouble with the authority. You be safe now.
I see Dan gave you a pistol. Not a bad weapon, but if you want some subtle killing power, you'll need to use a wing stick. They've got a nanocore for smart targeting, but it'll still take a little practice to master. I'll make a deal with you. You prove you can hit something with them, and I'll tell Halleck it's safe to sell you some. Ready to give it a toss? Good hunting. All right, here are the rules. Watch for the pop-up targets and hit them as quickly as you can. See how many you can get before the timer runs out. Come on, time's running out. Good job. Nice job. If I were a target drone, I'd be nervous. Talk to Halleck and he can set you up.
Hey, pal. Care to browse my goods? What you looking for? See you soon.
once safe.
Hey, pal. Mayor Clayton and Sheriff Black been asking about you. You in high demand around here. Remember, if you run out of ammo for the guns on your buggy, you can always buy more from both Coffee and Supplies and Rusty by the racetracks.
Good job. That will keep the roads safer. Here's what I promised. I need the roads safer. For every bandit car you destroy, I'll give you cash.
Heard stories of giant mutants in the Dead City. I don't believe it myself, but no one really knows what the Authority was doing there. Be careful around there.
Good, you're back. I can use someone with your skills. Little problem up north that I need someone to check out. Bandits been digging in a crater north of here, and rumor has it they're refining pure feltrite. And in their hands, that's dangerous stuff. I'm gonna need you to run up there and take a look. You'll have a long drive to get there, through some mighty dangerous areas. So make sure you're well stocked with supplies before you head out. Just keep moving, my friend. Give me a sample of whatever the bandits are doing with that feltrite. And get it back here fast.
You made it back. Good thing. Got a problem, and I believe you might be the man for the job. The North is a dangerous place for small buggies like yours. Afraid you're gonna need something with a little more muscle. You need to get your hands on a Caprino. When I got supplies, I need to run up north, but come back when you have the right wheels, all right? The easiest way to get a Caprino is to win one. Try Jackie Weeks. He can set you up with just the right kind of race. Pardon?
Attention! The Dusty 8 sponsored event is now open. Always a local favorite. Are you looking for a better set of wheels? Then the Dusty 8 sponsored event is just what you need. This event gives our local business leaders a chance to show what they've got for sale. A little promotion mixed in with all that speed and the mayhem. Win-win, as I say. The best racers win the best cars. You want a race? Then you'll need a sponsor. I hear the guy that runs that show Mutant Bash TV or something like that. You can find his little shack of horrors down by the Southern Highway. Just look for the sign with his face on it.
Interested in winning some racing certificates?
See you again.
Build a safe, prosperous town.
You were great in that race.
Good luck.
Well, will you look here? A new face, a new body. Oh, I am so glad I got out of bed this morning. Let me guess. You need a sponsor. Great! Muy bueno! We are simpático, eh? You want a sponsorship, and I need a contestant. The game is easy. You enter my little arena, and the game begins. Rules pretty simple. Kill or be killed. You make it through alive, give me a good show, and you'll have your sponsorship. Easiest sponsorship in the wasteland. You ready? Excellent. Put a good show on, and I'll put it in reruns for years.
Welcome, viewers, to another exciting Rock'em Sock'em episode of Mutant Bash TV, the show where carnage is king. We've got a fresh new competitor here today, straight from the past. He looks tough, but is he ready to compete? We'll soon find out. But now, give it up for our hero! In a test of skill, our contestant must complete all time posted on the electro screen. Simple enough, you say? Well, not so fast. some big money prizes. It's very simple. Shoot the target to stop each wheel on a prize before the time runs out. Watch out for mutants! Good luck.
contestant this month. Here's your sponsorship letter. Good luck in the race. But now before you go, care to star in another episode? I've got big money prizes.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for keeping our road safe.
It's been a long time since old JK had a driver in this event. I do hope you can drive as well as you shoot. Now, go see Slim, and good luck to you.
Interested in winning some racing certificates? Good luck! Care to look through the list of events? See you again.
Great race, my friend.
Look no further than here for all your vehicle needs. Care to browse my selections? See you soon.
Sheriff Flag has received disturbing reports of mutant sightings in the Western Territories. As you all know, mutants are very dangerous and often deadly.
So, good day, my friend. My name's Stanley, and this package service is the Stanley Express. If Stanley can't get it there, and my motto goes, nobody can. But you see, I need drivers. Lost a few lately. Now, don't worry, the job couldn't be easier. All you gotta do is select a destination and off you go. Of course, there is a bit of time pressure. People want their things when they want their things, right? But you make the delivery on time, and I'll pay you well. Miss the time, and sorry, you get nothing. It's called Stanley Express, not Stanley Almost Express.
I'm glad you got yourself something that won't fall apart in a fight. And it's perfect for the little task I have for you. The Northern Watchtower needs to be resupplied, but the bandits won't make the trip easy. Luckily, I think you're the guy to do it, now that you've got a vehicle with a little more armor. It won't be easy. You think you're up for it? Good luck. My men can't wait forever. Just keep moving, my friend. Give me a sample of whatever the
those supplies. You watch yourself heading back. Got bandits all over these parts.
benefits every citizen and makes this town stronger. Thank you for your attention.
Well, good work. Guess you were the right man for the job. I knew those bandits were up to something. This is good proof. But whatever it is you got there, it can't be safe, that's for sure. I want you to take it to someone who can tell us what it is, and whatever the hell we better do about it. Old man Kvasir, hermit, lives by himself. He's a pretty smart guy. Take that sample to him. He can take a look at it, test it, and tell us what those bandits are up to. I'll let Kvasir know you'll be coming. Crazy guy doesn't take to strangers just popping in on them.
Great work. Heard my guy in the tower was mighty happy to see you. And here's a little something for your effort. Now that you've been up north, I bet you've seen those small remote bomber cars in the canyon. Big trouble those have become. They're made by the Shrouded clan, smart bunch of bandits. And to keep that canyon safe, we need those things stopped. What I need you to do is get inside their hideout, find the stockpile of bomb-making parts, and blow it to hell. One of my men uncovered their plans to make the damn things. You'll be able to build one and use it to get in. You think you can do this? Take these plans, build bombs yourself, and use them against those bastards. You need to destroy the Shrouded clan's bomb stockpiles.
You need to be careful out there. You're spending lots of money on repairs.
Nice hunting. Here's what I promised you. I'll see you again. I hope. I need the road safer. For every bandit car you destroy, I'll give you cash.
Nice victory.
Attention all citizens. This is your mayor. As you are well aware, there have been increased reports of pickpocketing.
Think you're up for a little?
Look no further.
Main base expulsion. Remember that we all must work hard to keep this town safe. Criminals of any kind will not be tolerated. Thank you for your attention.
I buy and sell everything that you need in these parts. What you looking for? Hope to see you again soon.
Yes? All right, moving. Fire grenade! Fire in the hole! What was that? Enemy spotted! He's in the hole! He's hiding! Alright, move up! Alright! Everyone, fall back! I got your back! No way, this is crazy! Anyone see him? He's in the hole! He's right there! Nothing new over here. Man, I haven't had a break all week. This is bullshit. Keep on this bullshit. Making us work right next to all these goddamn explosives. Insane. You see how much paint goes that? He's over there! Son of a bitch! He's gotta be around here somewhere. He's right there! Punch him out! He's trying to flank us! Nothing new over here. Once the cash flows gone and everyone in the atrium is dead, drop what you're doing, find these assholes. What the? Search underway. Enemy sighted! Frag his ass! Son of a bitch! Forward! Going in! Flush him out! Hey, move up! Oh, God! over here. Sentinel. Under heavy assault. that? Oh, you must be one of Clayton's errand boys. All right, you just wait and we'll see what that mayor has sprung on you. Step into the lift. Keep your hands at your side.
All right, let's see what you have there. Put it on the counter and we'll see what has Clayton all worried. Interesting. Feltrite. Okay, I need to run tests on this. Might take some time. But you also look interesting. There's something different about you. Best I take a closer look at you, too. Interesting. Very interesting. You got all those little computers racing around inside you. Secrets. Everyone's got a little secret. And you must be one big little secret. Haven't met one of you for a long time. Since working with the authority up in the city. You don't know how lucky you are that the authority hasn't found you yet. If the authority catches you and you don't have anything they need, you'll be dead. You are part of the old world, not part of their new world. Of course, there are people who stand up against them. Not many of them. They call themselves the Resistance. Not that I profess to have any special knowledge of them. But they exist in small bands, fighting back. And maybe, just maybe, you could be useful to them. You survived this long. You must have some survival skills worth using. But you aren't going to last long in a firefight against the authority with that standard defibrillator in your chest. I can give you an upgrade for it, something that might keep you alive longer. But that will require a little effort on your part. You see, I don't have the necessary equipment here. But you can find what you need in the Dead City. A well-named place, as you will soon see. In the middle of the city is a hospital. One I was proud to work in. Until the research took a decidedly twisted turn. I didn't see everything that was done there, but I heard the rumors. Now it's surrounded by a tremendous wall, filled with living memories of the horrors committed there. Going there and getting back. The hospital is in the middle of the city. Find your way into the basement. Look for anything relating to the ARC program. That should be the place to find that upgrade. Oh yes, I almost forgot. The only way into the city is through the sewers outside the walls. Good luck.
Hey, pal. Care to browse my goods? I might have something you need. See you soon. What do you need, pal? Hope to do business with you again.
Has received disturbing reports.
In the Northern Passage will make a lot of people...
As you all know, do not provoke it in any way.
Now that is another bit of good work. Those little RC bombs were nasty. Now, thanks to you, they're gone. You've proved to be mighty useful. Good to have a guy like you. Go check with Mayor Clayton. Last I heard, he had some jobs that need to be done.
Great Bash TV show.
Good job. That will keep the road safer. Here's what I promised.
sightings in the Western Territory. As you all know, mutants are very dangerous and often deadly. If you see one, do not provoke it. reports of mutant sightings in the Western Territories. As you all know, mutants are very dangerous and often deadly. If you see one, do not provoke it in any way. Report all sightings to the Sheriff's Office immediately. not provoke it in any way. Report all sightings to the sheriff's office immediately. Thank you. Stay safe out there.
The authority says it's cracking down on the bandits, but they just can't. It's too many of them. And the authorities spread too thin out here.
Report all sightings to the sheriff's office immediately.
The bandits own the wasteland. Maybe this town should be paying them for protection, not the authority goons.